Happy New Year, peeps. Happy New Year. I hope that you had a great time celebrating, however you celebrated last night. But now it's 2025, right? And it's New Year, new us, and all that stuff, right? For the most part, most of us are still the same person in 2025, at least right now, that we were December 31st of 2024. However, I want to give you some encouragement as we start this year off, because even if you're starting from a not so great place, God is still in control. And I read this morning, and I thought that it was a great piece of encouragement for us as we start the year. Check this out. So this is from Habakkuk chapter 3, and Habakkuk is the chapter where everybody refers to, I believe it's in chapter 2, where God tells Habakkuk to write the vision and to make it plain. But I really want to zoom in chapter 3 as Habakkuk is singing this praise song to God after God has just spoken to him. And here's what he says. He says, "And even though the fields lie empty and barren, even though the flocks die in the fields and the cattle barns are empty, yet I will rejoice in the Lord. I will be joyful in the God of my salvation. The sovereign Lord is my strength. He makes me as sure-footed as a deer, able to tread upon the heights." Listen, this year there's going to be a lot that you can't control, just like there was last year. But even though bad things will come, things that are not optimal, things that we really don't want to happen, things that feel like destruction in our lives, we don't have a control about many of those things. They're just going to happen. Life is going to life. But we do have control over is where we choose to place our trust. And my encouragement for you, my challenge for you this year would be to choose to trust in the Lord God of our salvation. Though whether the ground, whether the seeds you've sown, whether they sprout into lush harvest or not, put your trust in God. Whether the job comes through or not, put your trust in God. Whether any of these things, even for us, whether the church grows or not, we are choosing to put our trust in the God of our salvation. And I'm convinced that when we choose to do this thing, to put our trust in the God of our salvation, we win regardless, because God will be glorified and God will work all things out according to the good of those who love him and are called according to his purpose. But even before we get to that point where everything works out, even though things may be wonky and chaotic and unbalanced right now, just choose to trust God. Just choose to trust him. Choose to trust him. And again, choose to trust him. All right. Y'all be blessed. Have a great first day of the new year. Have a great start to the new year, and just trust God.